Yeah, and it's an immense feeling. We had a Premier League match, obviously, against Wolves, and it didn't go as expected, so we knew we wanted a little bit of revenge, but the Cup is always a special tournament. Anyone can win on any given day. You have to play different oppositions than you're normally used to. We're familiar with Wolves, so yeah, we wanted a little bit of revenge.
Looking at the league and the fixtures you've got coming up, is the Cup win today going to continue the momentum on through the league and then potentially top 5 with Europe?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We had a horrible week. Some good performances, but not the results that we wanted. So now we have some tough games against Tottenham and Brighton before the international break. It's an opportunity to pick up more points, but we know we're going to have to be at our best. So I think this gives us a little bit of momentum going into those games.
They will definitely need that momentum as we take a look at the FA Cup quarterfinal draw. Fulham facing Crystal Palace, as both of you just mentioned. Didn't expect to see this. But Preston North End facing Aston Villa, another Champions League team there. Bournemouth against Manchester City as well. Brighton and Nottingham Forest, the ties will be played the weekend of March 29th.
Just one of the big six and the worst of them.
Very true.
Tottenham, it's the worst of them. Actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. But as of late, we expect more from Manchester City. We're not mad. We're just disappointed from what we've seen from the citizens. All right, we're going to keep it here, though. We're going to keep running it back. We're going to take it to La Liga. Johnny Cardoso scoring his first La Liga goal of the season. And what a header it was, Barak.
Yeah, that was unfair with Luka Modric, wasn't it?
What, he's using him as a little step stool? Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a very good header. Movement, power.
It really was, and that movement and power takes us to ask this question, Herc. I'm going to start with you. Who will be the sixth for the U.S. men's national team against Panama specifically, Cardoso or Adams?
Well, bearing both players are healthy, it has to be Tyler Adams. Listen, I know that Johnny Cardoso has turned some heads as of late in La Liga, and to his credit, that's why he's gotten the attention of Tottenham Hotspur, and that's why they wanted to, or they did this deal where they can activate a later future transfer on their behalf for Johnny Cardoso. He's been a very good player for Real Betis. For whatever reason, Johnny Cardoso has not been that player with the U.S. men's national team. And if there's one player that I would say is arguably the heartbeat of the U.S. men's national team, it's Tyler Adams. It's the captain, Tyler Adams. And unfortunately for U.S. men's national team fans, the last time you were able to see Tyler Adams play for your team was Copa America with Greg Berhalter. That disappointing Copa America with Greg Berhalter. And then he had a slew of injuries, whether it was muscular, whether it was back spasms, whatever the case may be. You've not seen Tyler Adams with the U.S. men's national team. And guess who hasn't seen Tyler Adams also? That is Mauricio Pochettino. So if you're Mauricio Pochettino, you're dying to see Tyler Adams with the U.S. men's national team. And once you see him, there is no moving Tyler Adams out of that position. You may come to the conclusion that it's Tyler Adams and another pivot. Tyler Adams and another 6. You may go double pivot. That could be your conclusion, but Tyler Adams isn't going anywhere. My fear for Johnny Cardoso is the times he has had an opportunity with the U.S. men's national team, they've not been great. Everybody deserves a second and third chance when it comes to sports, when it comes to playing on a team. I agree there. But right now, what I've seen from Mauricio Pochettino and his penchant for moving Yunus Musa around in multiple positions, I think it's Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie. I don't think there's moving any of those three from that midfield, and certainly not Tyler Adams. If what Mauricio Pochettino wants is the attitude, the South American mentality, the fight, the grit, Señor Pochettino, there you go, El Capitan Tyler Adams. There's no moving him. That's going to be your 6.
But if it's a 4-2-3-1, why not playing together? I mean, if you think about Cardoso and Tyler Adams, and then Pulisic, McKennie, why not?
Because he's going to go Musa. From what I've seen from Pochettino, he really likes Musa.
Do you need
He's played
Musa?
Musa out wide as a
really
right
need him?
midfielder against Panama. Musa scores a goal now. He's played Musa as a double pivot. He's played Musa as an 8. Musa's really come to his own, both for Milan, where he's proven himself, albeit in losing efforts with Sergio Conceição, and now Mauricio Pochettino. It's just whatever I've seen from Johnny Cardoso, and Johnny Cardoso, to his credit, has not been the player I am describing at Real Betis, but he has been this player for the U.S. men's national team. He's been lacking something. He's been missing something in a position where you have to be so sure with the ball. You have to be very tidy. You can't just give away plays. He's done that. We can go back to when they played against Brazil, when they played against Colombia, before the Copa America. Johnny Cardoso has had opportunities with this team. He's not taken advantage of it. While I will say Yunus Musa at times is not my preferred choice in defensive positions, he certainly has proven himself with the U.S. men's national team, something that Johnny Cardoso still has not.
I want to go back to the question that you were asking about Yunus Musa. What do you think? What role do you see him with Pochettino?
I mean, I think Musa is a good player, still young. He can play wherever you want, basically, in the midfield. Still, if you think about quality, I would say I'd rather go for Adams plus Johnny. I know it's not only about a quality. You need stamina and stuff. But if you think about it, they can match. You have the ball interception of Johnny Cardoso, the through balls of Johnny Cardoso, plus the tackles, the short passes of Tyler Adams. And then, of course, the question is, what about Musa? I would send him to the bench. Not Pochettino and not Herc, as long as I, as I understand.
Let me just certain on this. So, I've never been a massive Yunus Musa proponent. I like productivity to my players in the midfield. I feel that if you get into advanced positions, you need goals, you need assists. Yunus Musa is not that player. He is the player that gets the play to the player that's going to give you the goals, that's going to get the assist. He's a very good link-up player from a defensive back line, midfield, to that forward line, to that final third. He is very good at what he does. He's a connector. But he's also, as you said, Barak, can play multiple positions. I've seen this man play the 6 role, the double 6 role, the 8 role. I've seen him play as a winger, whether it's on the right-hand side, the left-hand side. I've seen him play as a right back. He is multifaceted and high IQ, high game IQ. I just think Pochettino likes players like this. I just feel that he's going to get a taste for what Tyler Adams is about, and there's no going back from Tyler Adams, and I'm here for it. I agree with that. And let's be honest, the only reason we are having a Johnny Cardoso versus Tyler Adams debate is because he scored on Real Madrid. He scored on Luka Modric, who you were pointing out there. So that's the reason we're having this conversation, is because he's in the limelight today for his goal against Real Madrid. He's doing great things in Spain, and I really hope he continues down that path. He's a young player. He's going to get better. I just don't think there's moving a Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie trident in that midfield. That's going to be here for good.
I understand that scoring on a 40-year-old maybe isn't like a huge flex, but saying Luka Modric and saying that you scored against Real Madrid in a game that you won
I didn't say it. Barak said it.
At your house. Well, it's not what you said. It's your tone, Herc. And I feel like I'm not the first woman to tell you that.
I was going at Barak.
At the end, also, sometimes your best ability is your availability. So maybe it would be Cardoso if Adams isn't available, and he's going to want to see both eventually here, and that's obviously an obvious statement.